Today we're putting two AIs to the test, ChatGPT-4 and GPT-5, to see which can build a better MetaTrader 5 trading robot for gold. We'll give them the same strategy, the same rules, and see how each handles coding and debugging an expert advisor. By the end, you'll see which AI writes cleaner code, makes fewer mistakes, and gets you from idea to live trading faster. For anyone new to this, an expert advisor, or EA, is an automated trading program for MT5. It can open and close trades, manage risk, and follow a set of rules, all without manual intervention. For this test, the EA will trade a gold trend following breakout strategy. It'll buy when the 20-period EMA crosses over the 50-period EMA on the M15 chart, and the current candle closes above the 200 EMA. It'll sell when the 20 EMA crosses below the 50 EMA, with the candle closing below the 200 EMA. Each trade will use a 100-point stop loss and 200 take profit. To improve accuracy, trades will only trigger if the average true range is above the user-defined threshold, so the EA avoids low volatility conditions. To improve accuracy, trades will only trigger if the average true range is above the user-defined threshold, so the EA avoids low volatility conditions. And to manage risk, we'll add a break-even rule. Once a trade is 100 points in profit, the stop loss will automatically move to entry. We'll give both ChatGPT-4 and GPT-5 the exact same prompt. The idea is to see how each handles initial code generation. Is it complete and ready to compile, or does it need heavy debugging first? Any version of ChatGPT can help you create this prompt so that it is the most understandable by ChatGPT, in order to decrease the likelihood of bugs in the code. Here's GPT-4's first attempt, and here's GPT-5's version. On speed, GPT-4 was much quicker, about 30 seconds versus 3.5 minutes for GPT-5. However, there are two caveats to mention here. First is GPT-5 did offer to produce it faster, but we opted to allow GPT to think as long as it had determined it was required. And second is that the accuracy of the EA should be considered more important than the time taken to create the EA, as capital would eventually be on the line. Next, we paste each version into MetaEditor in MT5 and hit compile. Let's see how they do. At the bottom of the platform, we can see the results. GPT-4 produced 0 errors. GPT-5 produced 19 errors and 22 warnings. If there are only warnings, we can move forward, although that's not ideal. Warnings might not stop the EA from compiling, but can affect how it runs in live trading. If there are errors, screenshot them and send them back to the AI, and ask it to improve your code. You'll get an updated version of the code to try compiling again in MetaEditor. In this case, I only require GPT-5 to fix the code once before it would compile without errors. With the code compiling successfully for both, we run a backtest in the MT5 strategy tester. We'll use the same symbol, gold, and the same historical period for fair comparison. For this test, we'll run it over the month's current data, and then over January to test the EA over a few different periods. Over this month, the GPT-4 derived EA, as you can see, ended up the period $25, while the GPT-5 derived EA ended up $59. Drawdown was approximately $10 for GPT-4 and GPT-5, showing that the base rules are functional, and maybe even robust enough for live use after additional trading and testing. Over January, the GPT-4 derived EA ended up the period $25. GPT-5 made $19.90. So, can AI really take you from idea to working trading robot in minutes? Absolutely, but the quality depends on the AI you use, the clarity of your prompt, and your ability to test and refine the code. For this run, GPT-5 delivered a slightly more profitable EA, while GPT-4 was faster to generate a code base and was error-free from the beginning. Please bear in mind that these results are from one test, on one asset over 2 short test periods. So treat them as a snapshot, not the final verdict of their efficacy. If you want me to run this challenge again on a different strategy or market, drop your ideas in the comments. And if you're building your own trading bots, I'd love to hear which AI tools you're using and how they compare.